Hi, Antra. We are on the 83rd day of the 90-day challenge. Interesting day. I came back home at lunch to meet up with a bunch of folks from our Antra group. We had assembled a get together to talk about topics that we're learning in the Affiliate Accelerator course. And so it was interesting to watch how this came together, first and foremost, which was just an idea, and several of us were on board. And so there ended up being 9 of us. It ended up being a little bit longer, I think, than most people anticipated. However, it was a good deal. It was a good start, by means of, like, we're trying to figure out everybody's time zone, and then how the duration of the whole thing. But it was a start to what's going to continue on down the road. So there's 9 of us. One of them in the group had mentioned, "Oh, we need a name," and then just thought clicked in my mind, and I hadn't shared this with exception to one of them. And I said, "Oh, here it is. It's the 9 to Thrive Mastermind." Throwing it out there. Now, of course, there's several of these people that are doing these other 90 video day challenges. However, I don't want to give out their names. I'd rather see if you guys can figure it out. A good way to figure that out is either on the Entre Nation group or the Elite group. If you look over on the right, you'll see the hashtag 90-day challenge, and then from there you can start looking through other people's 90-day challenge videos, which I highly encourage to see everybody who's on there. There's a lot of people, and I think that's great to take on this challenge because, of course, I can vouch for it and for how much it's doing for me. But I'm looking forward to seeing how this group develops. I really like the people that are in this group. I like everybody, but this will be neat. So anyhow, it was interesting. So this afternoon, I watched a few more videos there in chapter 3. And I've been working with my father a lot, bouncing ideas with this new venture of online digital marketing. So, and his deal is he's an entrepreneur himself. He runs a carpet and drapery business, has been doing so since his junior year in high school, which was 1963. Been doing this for, oh no, I put myself in a math position. 58 years. Uh, so I had him sit down and watch it, and he says, "Wow, that's powerful," and essentially is talking about what I've been talking about, the difference of what you do and who you are. And there was a great 5-minute video in there that expressed some examples. And so he sat there and he says, "Wow, that's powerful." And he started thinking about it. He says, "That's what I've been missing for a long time." And so he went through his own reasons, and talked about a situation that happened today. It wasn't good, but he I wouldn't say he cried, but it hit him good. I just want to say thank you very much for that, because it made his day after not so good of a day. So that means a lot to me too, that you guys helped him out with it's considering what had happened. I don't want to say anything for respect for him, and it's his business, so I hope you guys can appreciate that. But no, it's the fact that it's not just me, it's that personal side of those in your family and your relationships that you have. I hope I wasn't cheating by sharing something that you guys made, but no, that was a touching situation. Anyhow, lighten it up a bit. I don't know if you guys can see this, but one trick to do is when you're wanting to spray and kill weeds or anything that you don't want growing in a certain place, what I like to use is what you see here, that bluish teal stuff. That is a blue dye indicator. That's something you can put on your spray so you know exactly where you're spraying. Makes it much easier to know where you've been. while we're here, I did show you this, you guys, but there was somebody that was asking me about what an above ground irrigation system is, and it's simply what you would anticipate what you would see, which is, well, you see the actual irrigation head on top, which most of us have. And whereas we're in-ground irrigation system would be an actual installation with all the piping, and you can put those up to timers. But I don't like those impact sprinklers, these guys here, because they fail. And then this guy here, pull it out of the ground. This is an in-ground irrigation head. That's what that's intended for. But I just put a bunch of pieces apart, cut it. And the thing I like about these is the way they spray. It's a fine spray, which is nice for that when you're watering, you won't have the impact heads that come out in big beads and start compacting your soil. These are a much finer mist and actually create that same distance, so it's not compromised to get the length for your coverage. And then, of course, they don't die on you after a year or two. But anyways, that's 83. We're gonna catch you tomorrow on the 84th. Thank you very much. We'll see you then.